Yo guys, it is Brummy Joe back again with another FIFA video, and today I think you're going to be impressed. I think you're going to like it. Today we have got the best career mode Wonderkids for your team. I've gone for the Wonderkids that are obviously young, you know, I mean, it wouldn't be a Wonderkid otherwise. Cheap as well. Like, I know you've got the Wonderkids like Mbappe, Sane, that everyone knows about, that are already, you know, they've made it, they're above 80 rated, and they're right up there, and they're massively expensive, massively out of budget. No, we're going for the budget, cheap Wonderkids that can fit straight into your squad, whether you're a low Premier League team or a high Championship level team, that kind of team, you know what I mean? Hopefully, we can get you up and running with your career mode as soon as FIFA 19 comes out. If you are looking forward to this, smash the like button, 100 likes, and we'll get some more career mode recommendations out for you straight away. Before we get into this, I just want to say a big thank you to OneFootball. They are sponsoring the channel, helping us out. Brilliant app. If you don't have it, I don't know what you're doing, right? It's great for every single football fan. The link is down in the description if you do want to download it. I use it myself. It is amazing. Anyway, let's get on with the video. So the first player I want to look at is called Abdoulaye Dabo. He's a 17-year-old that can play at centre mid or left mid and currently plays for Nantes in the Liga. You know, the French league. His overall rating is 60, but he's got a potential of 84. That's massive. It's 24, mate. You know, he'll have time to develop in the team. Dabo has a release clause of 1.4 million I've just discovered. So, again, he's an affordable player. You can go and get him. Let's go and get him. You know, you want to get these players while they're quite a low rating, so they're quite low value. You can get more of them. His wages are about $2,000 as well, so exactly, affordable. I mean, if you're a Championship team, you'll be able to afford him. Whether you want to move is another situation. You know, usually when they're at okay teams, you're usually going to have to pay a little bit over the odds to get him, but hopefully this is an affordable player. Next up, we've got Josh Sargent, who's an American striker. That is the worst American accent I've ever heard. He currently plays for Werder Bremen and has a 64 overall, but he's got 20 growth. His overall potential is 84. So again, another player that you might want to look at and get into those squads while they are cheap. Sargent's release clause is 2.6 million, so it's more on the high end of the release clauses for the players in this video. So keep watching if you want to see some cheaper ones that might deliver you a little bit more value. But again, this is a good one to get on the shortlist. His wages are about 5k a week. Maybe you'll have to offer him more, but again, you're going to have a valuable player in your squad if you can get him. Next up, you've got Lars May, who is a centre-back, German centre-back that plays for Bayern Munich. Again, when I look at Bayern Munich, I think maybe they're going to ask for a little bit more money for these young players, but I'm not too sure. Fifa is usually quite an accurate website. His wages will be higher than the rest of the players on this list, I imagine. But he's got a 64 rating, but 84 potential. So definitely a lot of growth there. May has a release clause of 2.3 million. So again, another affordable player. A good centre-back as well. There's not a lot of centre-backs on this video. So definitely one to watch, one to get. If you can get him for 2.3 million and you've got the budget, do it. Next up is Rio Griffiths. He is an English striker who currently on FIFA 19 plays for Olympique Lyon. I thought he was a Spurs player, but they're sat in Olympique Lyon. Again, his wages are $7,000, so they're quite affordable, but I don't know if you'll have to offer him a more enticing offer if you're a lower league team, potentially high Championship. He's pretty much an all-round striker. The only downside is he doesn't have a game face. Matter of fact, any of the players I've said so far, they don't have a game face, but some of them do, so keep an eye out. They might get updated once FIFA's actually released, so you know, don't be too disheartened. I know for me, I like to have players with game faces in my career mode, so I'll keep you updated on that one. Griffith's release clause, according to FIFA, is 1.7 million, so it's on the low end, and he's got an 84 potential, so I think you've got a decent little gig there. Next up, we've got another no-face. He's Sofiane Diop. He's a French centre-attacking midfielder that currently plays for Monaco. He's got an overall rating of 63 with a potential of 84. Diop has a release clause of 2.4 million. You know, 84 potential. It depends what your budget is like. I mean, you could buy all of these players if you've got a big enough budget. But if you're a Championship team, maybe you want to look at some of the other players that have a bit of a lower release clause. His wages will be $6,000 bet as well. You know, as with most players on this, if you're going to move him to a lower team, a team that's not as good, then he may require some motivation, you know, a bit of money on the side, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Next up, we've got a very hard to pronounce name. It's Pakamani Malambi. I think that's how I say it. I don't know why I have a sort of Italian accent when I'm pronouncing that, but I don't know. He is a South African free agent currently, so you might want to snap him up fairly early. Get him in the first transfer window before anyone else does. Why? Why are you asking? Well, listen. He's 70 rated already, he's 20 years old, so he's more established than the other players I've been talking about. But his potential is 85. It's a massive potential. Don't let it slip. Sound like Eminem. It's not telling me at the minute what his wage demands are. We don't really know. I mean, to be fair, whatever wage you offer him, you're going to get your money's worth because he's going to turn into an 85 rated player, maybe even higher. So definitely worth getting for your team. Next up, we've got our lowest rated player so far and our youngest, but still a good potential. Yanis Begraoui is his name. He's French and he's a 59 overall. His potential though is 85. So again, another player that's going to do well for you in career mode. 350 grand he's going to set you back and about 4k a week. He's currently playing for Auxerre, another player that's out of the French league. The French league seems to have a lot of good young talent on career mode so far. So hopefully as your scout, I can help you out. Come on, I'll help you out. I'm on my scouting trip to France. We're gonna go together. It's fine. It's telling me that his value is 350k, but he's actually got a release clause of 1 million. And this player, I'm telling you now, he's worth 1 million. So if you can get that release clause, go and get it with both hands. Next up, we've got Matty Daly. He's an English centre mid. Can also play centre attacking mid. His overall rating is 60, but he's got a potential of 85. Again, release clause at 1.4 million. So I mean, not out of pocket at all, really, with this one. Value 450k, but that is a decent release clause. The thing is, I'm finding a lot of these players have got release clauses. I mean, if it's the case in FIFA, it's going to be very, very easy to buy good players if you know what you're doing. His wage is 4k, so, I mean, you might have to pay maybe double that if you're a championship team or whatever, but it's very affordable still. Now, this is a player that you might recognise and you'll be happy to know that he's got a game face. It's Ethan Ampadu, I think is how you pronounce his name. It might be Ampadu. You might have seen him in the recent internationals for Wales. He had a blinder. He plays for Chelsea and he's like just coming through the ranks so quickly. This is one that might really live up to their potential. His overall rating on FIFA at the minute is 63, which I think is undervalued at the minute. I think he will get an upgrade fairly soon. But his potential is 86, which is fair enough, mate. Fair enough. He's valued at 725k and he's got a wage of 7k. But I'm starting to think that, I mean, being at Chelsea, I've seen a lot of players in the last FIFA that had massively out of proportion wages. Like, the wage is ridiculous. You can never even loan a player because of how huge the wages were. I don't know if that's changed in FIFA 19. I hope so. But according to SoFIFA, it is 7,000. He's 17 years old, can play at centre-back or CDM, and he's definitely going to be one to add into any team, whether it's a Premier League team or, I mean, any team, basically. He's going to be class for you. It might be too much to get into a championship team. I imagine his release clause says 2.1 million on here, but I imagine it could be more. Like, surely you can't go for that cheap. And why has every player got a release clause? That's what I don't get. Finally, we have got Takefusa Kubo, who is an amazing player, and because he plays for a team like FC Tokyo, who are a low team who probably need the money, you might be able to get him for a fairly reasonable deal. He's got a 1.8 million release clause as well, so wage is 1k, which is pretty much nothing. This could be the one to get. This could be your one. He's got a 63 overall, 87 potential. Massive improvement on that potential there. It's incredible. He can play in a number of positions, centre attacking mid, right mid, left mid, striker. He's just the perfect player to get for your career mode. This is the player that I would put the money on and build the squad around. If you have a limited budget, go for this player if possible, because this is the one that I feel you can really get and won't be too expensive. Hopefully he's going to be affordable. Hopefully these prices are accurate. This is all down to SoFIFA's website. So hopefully they are accurate. Usually the potentials are fairly accurate. They only got released today, so that's why I've had to make this video and let you guys know the best players to get. But that will do. That is it for today. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe for loads more FIFA 19 content and football vlogs, and hit that notification bell. YouTube don't like to share my videos, so please hit that notification button and I'll be massively appreciativeness. Who on this list are you going to pick for your career mode? Let me know. That'll be it from me. I'll catch you next time.